Good morning, everybody. Wanted to check in about Module 5 activities and kind of just run through them again. So first of all, you're going to do the reading, the second half of that legal chapter. I believe it's pages 41 to 51. So, not a ton of reading, but it's more dense information, so I thought it would be good to break it up. Going to have more work to do this week, but at least we're, kind of got this plane is now officially taken off. So now that you've both been able to get into Evolve, I'd like you to do the review exercises there that are in the book. Put the answers in the Evolve software for exercises 1, 2, and 3. So those are the multiple choice questions. There's true, false, and then let's see, I feel like there's one more. Okay, so 2 multiple choice questions and or sections, and then a true, false section. Next, you're going to do the discussion board for the week, which is where you're going to think about medical information that can be released, because that will be part of your job working in an office. Patients have a right to their records, but not everything gets released, and it's not always released to everybody. So you're going to want to do some research. And if you are using information, you should in the discussion board say where you get the information from. I'm not going to hold you to a particular format, so just as long as you're saying where you got your information kind of at the bottom, that would be good. And then you're going to have your first paper. I don't want you to get too worried about this. This is going to be low stakes. I'm going to give you a lot of feedback on it, but the grading will be light. It'll be 1 to 2 page paper, and what I'd like you to do is just research and explain to me in the paper what an advanced directive is. So just to break it down a little bit, you should have an opening paragraph that tells us what we're going to be talking about in the paper, because you need to assume that the reader doesn't know anything about what you're writing. So you want to open it up with that opening paragraph. Then you're going to spend at least 1, if not several paragraphs explaining what an advanced directive is. And then make sure you're closing your paper with a final conclusion that kind of wraps up everything that you talked about in the paper. Make sure that you are using full sentences and proper grammar. I will be grading you on those things. Since it is a research paper, albeit short, you should have a separate piece of paper that has a reference list. Again, I'm not going to hold you to a particular format. As long as you're listing out where you got the information, you can find plenty of examples on the web of what that should look like. Again, it doesn't matter which type it is, as long as you choose a type and you follow that, so that in the resource you're listing out where you got it. If it's a book, you want to be listing the author and the chapter and the page numbers. If it's a website, you want to provide a kind of copy of the URL that you got that on, the date you got it on. And we might get more specific about that as we go, but for now, I'd just like to make sure that you're using a resource list and that you're giving proper credit to the information that you're getting. If you've never submitted a paper like this, you're going to want to write your paper in some type of Word document software. Microsoft would be the easiest option for you. You could use Google. If you use Google, you would need to know how to convert that into a Word document. And then right here where it'll look a little different for you in your view, but you basically just click on where it says Module 5 paper. If you click on that, it'll give you a place to upload the paper. So don't panic about it. We'll figure it out, but I'd like you guys to start working on that for the week. That will be due next Sunday. If you can't get that done by Sunday, then just reach out and we'll talk about that. So that's it for this week. I am planning to do the Zoom call Tuesday evening, and if you guys have questions about the Evolve exercises or the content, or probably most specifically the paper, that will be a good time for us to talk about that then. So that's it. Thanks, and have a great week.